So there's a couple of things we're going to talk about today. This is going to be just more of a vlog. I kind of want to just give you guys an update on how the lawn is looking from the overseed we did. And today we're going to put down our final fertilization for the spring, and then from there we're not going to fertilize as far as like a nitrogen source until the fall. We're going to still do maintenance on through the summer, but it's not going to be like a fertilizer. It'll be more of things like a sea kelp and humic acid, you know, things like that to kind of help the soil and just kind of help the lawn stay alive. Iron, which I'm excited about that. I did just order just a few minutes ago. I just ordered some liquid iron. It's strictly liquid irons. There's nothing else inside of it, and I have never applied straight liquid iron on my lawn. So now, first things first, guys, we're going to talk about the fertilizer that I'm putting down first, and then after we put down the fertilizer, we'll talk about the lawn, the shape of it, and just give an update on how the grass is holding up at 90 days or 3 months after that spring overseed. So I've been going back and forth on putting down this fertilizer application in my head for about a week. This is a 13-13-13. It's low, medium to low nitrogen. I mean, that's not high nitrogen content. It's not like it's a 25 or 22 or something like that. So like if you're looking at the numbers on the bag, up, down, all around is the easiest way to remember. The first number means it goes up. That's your nitrogen that helps the lawn grow up. The second one is your phosphorus. That's down. That helps your roots grow down deep. Grow down deep. And with tall fescue, the roots get like 5 to 6 inches deep, which is great. And then the last one is your potassium. That's all around. That helps with your disease resistance, your overall grass health. So my main thing is that I wanted to get a fertilizer that's heavy in phosphorus and potassium to help this lawn through the summer, right as we're about to head into summer. So I normally would do this last application at the correct rate on what the bag said. But because there's new seed down here, I don't want to push it too hard. What I kind of have decided in my head, and like you guys need to understand that it's okay to not go by the bag or to put down smaller applications or to customize it and try out different things. It's okay. This is a science, but you don't have to treat it like it's a science. If you want to put down a lower application of something, put down a lower application of it. If you want to do it, do it. And in this case, I don't really want to push it too hard. Just don't think it needs a whole lot, especially of the nitrogen. Bag, I actually have 2 of these bags. This is just groundwork all-purpose fertilizer. It's not like a big brand or anything. This may be the brand by Tractor Supply. I'm not sure. It's the only place I see it. One of these bags covers 3,000 square feet. We have, with where I'm gonna put this, it's gonna be about 5,000 square feet. So this is gonna be a light application. More than like spoon feeding it, but less than like a full application. Just give it a little boost as we're heading into the summer months. Hey guys, the pellet size on this is crazy. Like, this is the biggest pellets that I've seen in a fertilizer. Like, look at this. And so this would be the 3rd application of nitrogen, which I normally wouldn't do 3 in the spring. I'm not sure if you should. I know if you put down too much of nitrogen, you can burn your lawn. So you may not want to do a 3rd application. This will be the first that I've done a 3rd application. So we'll kind of see how that goes. We put down, of course, that application when we seeded our starter fertilizer. We put down another starter fertilizer 5 weeks after that. That was the first week of March, and then the second application was exactly April 17th, and now we're May 30th, putting down another application. So we're about 5 to 6 weeks after the second application. So, but we're going light. but we were heavy on nitrogen with the 2 starter fertilizers we put down. So this could burn, but I don't think it will. We'll kind of see. Once you put down your fertilizer, last thing to do is to water it in. I'm gonna water it in for 20 minutes in each zone that I have. I have 3 zones, of course. Other side of the tree, zone 1. Middle of the yard, zone 2. The part I'm setting in now is zone 3. So just kind of like a quick overview of what the lawn is looking like right now. So of course we overseeded. We didn't use a pre-emergent because of that. We sprayed a mesotrione at the time, but that only lasts a couple of weeks before those effects are starting to wear off. And because we didn't put down a pre-emergent, we're seeing those weeds start coming in now. So I'm getting a lot of weeds, especially in the spots that the new seed is in, because the new seed is still pretty young and the weeds can kind of push on through. That's where it was mainly weeds at before. So the weeds are a little more established in those areas and coming back. But now there's a couple of things I can do to knock those out. I do have a meso right inside the shed right here that I can put down, but I don't want to put that down because I'm having a gathering in 2 weeks, and so I don't want the bleaching spots in my lawn at that time. So I'm just gonna tough on through it and not put anything down for the weeds. But then after that, depending on what the weather is, I may put down a meso, but I'm not. If the weather's hot, if we're in the 90s and 100s, I'm not doing anything. We're just gonna ride it out till the fall. But if it's still like it is now, and it's the end of May, where it's normally in the 100s and 90s right now, but we're in the 70s and low 80s. So if it's like it is now, I may go ahead and spray at that time, but we'll just kind of play that by ear. But I'm set on just riding out this year, this summer, without a pre-emergent and just having weeds in the lawn. Because if you guys watched the overseed video, remember my goal was not to have like a perfect lawn right now. My goal was to give me the base and do whatever it takes to make sure that the new grass seed has the best ability, the best chance to make it to the fall, to where I can do another overseed, eliminate the weeds, and have the lawn that I want going into next year. We're playing the long-term game. It takes time. This first overseed was just the base. Then I'm gonna do a second overseed in the fall, and of course, before doing that, we will eliminate weeds and do the whole shebang. And then going into the spring of next year, we'll have the lawn we want. We can put down pre-emergent and keep the weeds away and do regular maintenance. But right now we're building right now. Now, as far as like a disease in the lawn, I am having a good amount of disease just in the yard, and I don't think it's anything I can really do about it. This has been the rainiest year that I can remember, and let me know if you guys are seeing like a lot of rain too. I'm in Tennessee, and we're seeing crazy amounts of rain. Like it's literally raining 3 to 4 times a week, every week. So that just keeps a lot of moisture down here, and with having the shade up here, it just keeps a lot of moisture. And even putting down Disease X at the curative rate, I'm still seeing it come in, but it's not as bad as it was. It has gotten a lot better since we put down that Disease X, but I think just the sheer amount of water that's hitting this. A tall fescue doesn't really care to be watered that often. But I think we're in good shape. We're having spots here or there, but overall, I think we're in pretty good shape. One thing I'm noticing is that blackout. The blackout is starting to darken up. Before I could see a clear difference between the Jonathan Green Black Beauty that was in the yard already and where the blackout had filled in the gap set. I could see a clear difference. Now I'm starting to have a harder time seeing what spots are Jonathan Green and what spots are Nightshift. I said blackout earlier. What spots are Nightshift? I'm sorry, it's Nightshift, a tall fescue. I keep saying blackout. I love that name, blackout. I hate they had to switch off of it, but blackout's just like stuck in my head. That was a brilliant name. Whoever came up with the name of a blackout for that seed brand, that was a brilliant name. Like, I hate they had to switch that name, but Nightshift is still a great name too. But blackout was just like one of those, like, boom, you know. But at first I could see a big difference, but of course with a new grass seed, you're gonna have a lighter color with it until it matures. The one spot that lets me know where it is, where the flower bed was, that was like a 5 by 20 area I had a flower bed in, because where that is, it's just all 100% Nightshift. It hasn't had any grass there for 20 or so years. So it's 100% a Nightshift there. And I can see, I'm starting to see the line start to blur of where that is, but I can still see it. One thing I did notice about the Nightshift grass, not that it's not a good or bad thing, but I did want to note that I noticed that the blade leaves are different textures than the Jonathan Green Black Beauty. The Jonathan Green is kind of a wider blade leaf. It's like a wider leaf, and the Nightshift is kind of a thinner leaf. It has thickened up since it first germinated and everything, so I'm kind of wondering how thick it's gonna get it, and if this is its final size, or if it's gonna thicken up more. It's not really a good or bad thing, it's just a thing to notate that it's kind of a thinner leaf. I do believe I saw on either like Yard Bruh channel or a Lawn Life channel, they said that the Nightshift turf type tall fescue had texture closer to perennial ryegrass. So with this being kind of a finer blade, I kind of can see what they were meaning, and so I kind of think this is just the size it's gonna stay, which isn't a good or bad thing, unless you're looking for something to blend with ryegrass. In my case, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I care more about the color than the texture. And with that, I am going to consider, when I go back and seed in the fall, I am considering like which texture do I want to dominate the lawn. If I decide I want to go with the thinner blade, I'm going to use the Nightshift. If I think I want the wider blade, I may go back and use the Jonathan Green Black Beauty. I'm not really sure yet. I'm not really sure. So another thing that I actually noticed when editing the last video, the flower beds and other parts of my backyard have gotten out of control. I have let them just kind of go because I've been putting so much time and effort into getting the lawn in shape. Normally I de-weed the flower beds and everything like that, but it's been just a busy spring. So my flower beds look like crap. I actually started putting a natural edge on this back wall, and it just kind of like just didn't have time to do it. So that's looking like crap. The lawn is looking good. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Better than where it is. I want to see how this lawn holds up over the summer, so that hopefully it holds up pretty good, and we're going into the fall with a nice lush lawn. Hopefully all of this is still here, but I'm expecting some die-off. It's a lot of new grass seed out here. I'm expecting some die-off for heat stress and everything, but hopefully it stays as close to this as possible, and we can just add on top of it. And next year, next spring, ooh-wee, it's gonna be fire. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have been a blessing to this channel. The channel has been growing great. It's been growing a lot quicker than I expected it to grow. So I am 100% thankful for every one of you guys. Leave a comment just on how your lawn is doing. If you seeded in the spring, and let me know, and let's just have a discussion in the comments and give each other tips. Guys, I'm still learning. I've been doing like the basic stuff for a couple of years. Last year I took a year off, just was busy, but I know the basics. So like as I'm going through this, I know a lot of you guys are going through it too, and a lot of you guys are learning as well. So I'm learning, and you're learning, we're all learning. I know a bit. I'm not a dummy when it comes to lawn care, but also I'm not the most experienced. You know, I'm a hobbyist. Like, this is just what I like to do in my free time, guys. We're not lawn care professionals. If you are a lawn care professional, then feel free to pick up tips, but just know that you know, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy with a lawn who likes it, who thinks it's fun, who likes being out here, who's literally, right when I cut this camera off, I'm gonna go light up the fire pit, sit back here and have a couple drinks. And like, I appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys giving me the tips, and I hope you guys are learning a little bit too, and we can just kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Till next time, it's a spider hanging right in front of the lens. I wonder if it's showing up on camera.